Money at foxbusiness.com. We're talking to Captain Bernardo Herzer, who is the founder and CEO of Lear Corporation, and my husband is sitting here who's about to jump over this sofa, and he wants to fire up one of these devices because he is the biggest machinery geek and the biggest lawn geek you'll ever meet. True or no?
That is true. I've got about 8 million questions about these things. Now, first of all, I saw your manual. It says, I saw it online actually from your website.
And by the way, the devices are already, in just the few years that you've been in business, you can buy them at Sears, at Home Depot. You are in almost every major store.
Ace, True Value, Do It Best. We're at Sears under the Craftsman brand, powered by Lear. And Tractor Supply, Northern Tool this year coming now.
Before you get on to the technical questions, how did you get into these stores? How did you do it?
You know, we were talking about, you know, the process, and, you know, once you prove that you have a product that the customers will absolutely buy, then you prove it to yourself. Then you can go ahead and start reaching out, and you know, obviously, you know, you need money, so you could reach out to friends and family, investors, and other people. But the basic concept is that you know you have a very viable product, you know, and that the customer can.
But why did you choose like a national chain like a Tractor Supply versus like a lot of higher-end power equipment like steel is sold through small tool chain, not through a Home Depot type of establishment? Is there a reason is there lower margins but more volume the way you went? Did you decide it wasn't a specialty, or you couldn't compete in certain markets in a local type of environment? Well,
you know, every business model has its ways of approaching the market, and what we're doing today is we're approaching the consumer market. This is a 50-hour engine, you know, EPA'd at 50 hours.
So it's not a commercial use
It's not a commercially approved EPA standard engine, which would, they vary in EPA emission standards, and they increase as they get more commercial.
Okay, one of the things is I saw in your manual that you says you're not supposed to use it indoors, but isn't that one of the perks of a propane or natural gas powered equipment, is that you actually can use it like in a warehouse or indoors because it's less of a pollutant than a gasoline powered product?
That's true, and you know, one of our first products that we demoed was a generator. In fact, a lot of my patents, designs, and concepts were for portable powered generators and things like that. And absolutely, and you know, 100 people a year die from monoxide poisoning by leaving their generators too close to the windows and doors every year. I mean, you have to be very careful when you're running internal combustion engines indoors or even close to your doors if they're running gasoline. Propane is still a hydrocarbon, and if you lock yourself in a closet, it'll still kill you. But obviously, it's a lot cleaner, and the reductions in particulates and cancerogens makes it viable for running indoors, you know, like in warehouses where you have adequate ventilation. I
see you use these kind of neat, like camp stove type disposable propane and recyclable steel propane canisters, like the Coleman ones. Is there some law that those are not refillable in your house? Because it seems like a lot of the cost would be buying those versus if you could buy a lot of it in your house and kind of fill your own tank somehow with this. Is there a reason that's not allowed? Are you thinking about doing that next, or is that actually adding a lot of cost compared to gasoline or regular propane? Well,
for the commercial user, it's about even. It's about a push with gasoline because the units are so, you know, they run so economically and they meter gas so precisely that one tank will run on an average 2 hours, which is longer than a gasoline comparative. However, you know, we are coming out with a refillable tank, and that will be coming out this next year.
A lot of these small power equipment, aren't they? They're two-stroke because you use them upside down. You can't have an oil pump and all that. And this is not a fuel air mix. It's got to be a four-stroke if it's propane. How do you use the thing upside down?
Well, this is a four-stroke, and one of the uniquenesses about the product that we're using is that we're using a fuel that can be used in any direction. People say, well, what's the difference between your technology and what's used out there every day today? I mean, as we know, in all of America today, you know, propane and natural gas buses are running everywhere. You know, nobody's buying diesel and gasoline buses in the cities, and we are converting this country into a gaseous fuel economy.
But there's no motor oil in this, then?
There is motor oil.
Absolutely. It's on their FAQ on the website. Before we dive in, before Jonas starts taking the equipment apart, and I have this plant because Jonas is going to rip this up with one of the Lear tools when we come back, and then he's going to dispose of it and blow it out of the studio with the leaf blower. You chuckle. I'm not kidding.
And then OSHA's going to come and bust us.
No, we can take you out. We can take it outside. But anyway, it is about your business, and it's about Bernardo's business and making yours a success. Ideas. When we come back, everybody, call or email us, 877-249-9626. It's your questions about your business here on the Fox Business Network. We'll be right back. Southern Drawl. That's all on the Fox Business Network, all right? And Jonas is ready to rip up some plants.
And find out if water sprinklers will be set off by propane-powered equipment. We will find that out live coming to you.
Yeah, you just, like you need to make me more nervous than I already was.
That's how you get on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Fox Business Network. Our featured guest this hour is Bernardo Herzer, the founder and CEO of Herzer Corporation. Also here, Andrew Williamson.